and I wanted you to help me. I don't remember how to fill the entire background with that pattern.
Okay. Do you want to make your window bigger? Is that possible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. So what you want to do is, let's get on that layer. Where are your layers? We need to see your layers.
I just need to readjust this really fast because now I have this toolbar. Yeah. So
Okay, so on that layer, hover over that where the pattern is, select the pattern, and hover over it with your command key and click. Okay, got it. So the thing to remember about Photoshop is everything's about those marching ants. So you want this pattern, so therefore you've got to get the marching ants around it. Now go up to edit.
And you're recording this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to edit and let's see here. It's not giving it to me. Do Control D. Okay, and now go up to edit. Define a pattern. Okay, and let's see here. No, that's not what we want. All right, so cancel again. Make this time, make your marching ants around it again, but manually do it. With the marquee, with the, right, with the dotted ants. Yeah, that one, right.
Let me just isolate it a little bit better.
Okay, good.
You still kind of get some of the transparency.
Yeah. You know, you might want to do Control D. Do it within it. Grab something within the pattern, like in the. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now go up to edit. There we go. Okay. So right away, let me just tell you what happened. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
When we did it the other way, you notice it didn't access it. So it wants you to do it manually.
Why?
So here's, when you get as old as I get and you get as familiar with software, we got the marching ants where we wanted them to go, but they were pretty much on the outside of the image. When you hover over that thumbnail and mouse down, it captures the outside. It wants to be within. Okay. So that's why I went back out and had you manually do it.
Okay.
Now, okay, so now define pattern. Now you have it. Say okay. Now make a new layer, a blank new layer. That's on the toolbar on the bottom. I'm sorry, not the toolbar, the layer window on the bottom, the layer window. New layer, yeah, that's it. Say okay. Okay, now get rid of the marching ants, Control D. Now go to edit, fill. Now go to contents, pattern, and then custom pattern. Choose yours and say okay. You see? Now, the reason why it's tiled like that is what I recommend, Monica.
Yeah.
Is to make a square within. So in other words, take a corner of a box to the end of the box. And that would make a better pattern. Right, like right there, right where you were. Go back up. That way, right there. Make a mouse down. Oh, I think you're in move. You need a marquee. Right, that one. To that corner, bring it down. To the next corner in the lower right. Keep going. Yeah, that's good. Use that. There you go. And edit, define pattern. Say okay. Make a new layer. Say okay. Back to fill. And this time, yeah, that's good.
Do I have to remove this one first?
No,
or not?
no, you can just choose again. Choose. Yeah. Now turn that, the top one is turned on above it so you don't see it. No, turn that one back on. It's the one above. The one that you made before. Yeah, turn that one off.
Which one is it? Is it this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. See, much better.
Yeah, so, okay, and, all right, cool.
So now with that turned on right now, Monica, what I want you to see after it saves is go to modes above where it says normal on the layer window, Yeah, go down, a couple of them. You see, you can begin to change those things based on what's behind it. That your background will really make a difference.
Is this layer 5? This is layer 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want it on that one. You want it on the photograph.
Oh, you wanted me to have it
on that one, yeah. See, it's always the top layer that you use the modes on. So you can go down. You have a whole lot more too. Keep scrolling down on that. There, see all those. They'll give you different effects.
I wanted to ask you also what you think. Is there a easy way for me to take out like all this background like in between the fence here?
Well, you know what? Yeah, you can. That's with the problem is the upper part with the sky is easier than the bottom part because of the contrast. You see that?
Yeah.
So hold for that thought for a second.
Okay.
Can you turn on your rulers? View rulers. Under view, on top.
Where's view?
To the right.
Oh.
And go to rulers. In the middle, right there. Okay, now mouse down on the ruler on the top and drag down and get a guide.
You mean from here?
On the rulers, yeah. You just go to the top. No, not that one. Control D. You go right to the rulers and mouse down in the rulers and drag down. There you go. Now you have a guide. Bring that down. Right where it splits on the horizon of that image. Right there, exactly. Now you see what you have right now? You have a straight line. That means that you could just do the top part and flip it. And it would mirror the other edge, and then you could put the wall back. Do you see what I'm saying?
It would mirror what?
So in other words, when you have symmetry, you only have to worry about one side. Your bottom half of your fence is not contrasty enough. It's too difficult to get the grid out, but I can clearly see it with the blue sky. So if you could get the blue sky to be cleared out, you then could duplicate that and flip it so that it mirrors the bottom half.
So you're saying to put the sky down here so then I can do the whole thing?
Yeah, exactly. So because that plane is a straight line, and when you flip it horizontally, you're going to get the top to be on the bottom, but you'll get that pattern. And then you can put it with the, the wall, what do you call it? That bench, whatever that is. The cement wall.
But will that affect this stuff over here? Because I don't want this to go away.
Well, the thing you have to remember, Monica, is everything is a separate layer. Nothing gets put away. You duplicate things. You never lose anything in Photoshop when you have layers. So what you would do is you would duplicate that. You would make them polygonal right where that fence is. Use the polygonal tool. Your polygonal tool will give you straight lines. Yeah, that's it. And mark off your fence, copy it, duplicate, paste in place. And now you've got a duplicate of that so that you can get rid of the blue sky.
So you're saying do it from here, right?
I would do it where the ruler is. You only need the upper half.
Only the upper half.
Right. That's right. Go to the diagonal. Oh, get the blue sky too. You can get the blue sky. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then go back to the beginning. There you go. Now get on that layer. I don't know what layer you're on. You always have to look at your layers.
Can I
on your layer window, your layer window. You got to be on that window. You got to be on the one that is the layer that you're on right now. Not that one, the fence one.
Yeah.
That one right there. I'm not sure if it's a layer copy to, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Then now you can go copy, control, or command C and paste in place. Edit. Copy. I'm gonna go up, copy. Did you do copy already?
Yeah.
Okay, then paste in place. Paste special.
Special.
In place.
So what did that made this layer?
Yeah, so turn off the bottom one, the one that you just copied from. There, now you have it, you see?
All right.
So now you can get rid of the blue sky.
Okay.
Now there's a couple of ways that you could do this. A quick way is if you go up to your marquee tool, mouse down. No, not that one. The 1, 2, 3, the fourth one down. Where the arrow, that one. Mouse down. Yeah, there it is. Magic wand, go to the magic wand. Okay. Now the magic wand, if you look, it says tolerance on the top where the variables are on the horizontal bar. Just click in that. There, you see? Now you can hit delete. There you go. Now you see through it. And you can do shift key. Right.
What is shift key?
Shift key in any software gives you multiple selections. There, so now you see what we're doing. We're doing just what you wanted to do on that.
Cool. Okay,
so work on that. And you can see, you get all kinds of different colorizations when you work with that mode, Monica. So it's and zoom in too, don't forget. It's easy to zoom in.
Yeah, and then, I guess for now I'll do this, and then later you can show me how to do the other half.
Right, you're gonna duplicate that layer and flip it under transform. You can do it now just to walk it through.
But then won't this be?
Well, no, I know. You obviously you're gonna work on that. You can go back to it.
Okay.
So yeah, right. So now you can unshare your screen.
All right.
So the thing to do is just remember to be able to duplicate a layer, go up to edit and transform, and flip the horizontal, and you'll have that. Let me let people in.
Can you try to share this video tonight? So
yeah.
that I can watch it tonight.
Yep. I'm gonna. It takes about a half hour. I think I found a quicker way to get these things rendered and up through QuickTime. So I'll use that as
that
well.
Was so cool.
Yeah, it is really good to have that. So I wanted to ask if there's any questions regarding the motion graphic tools. Has anybody been able to use the motion graphic tool?
I haven't started that yet.
Okay. So next week, let's be sure to work on that. Try to finish up your web page this week. Continue working on your cubism. And I just want to talk a little bit about, I'm going to share my screen, a little bit about the case study. So I think I've come to realize that I'm going to record your case study. Let me get mine up here. So that you can be able to utilize this. Let me get to I think I have it under, I have to put it back on pages. So this case study is really taking the documentation of your work and getting it to be, let me just get this turned on. So you can make pages private and all that kind of good stuff. And but again, remember, for people to see your site, it's really critical that you always view your web page the way the public sees it. And the way to do that in WordPress is to click here and then up here. And this is what the public sees. So under the case study, there's a couple of examples for you to look at. And what you're going to be doing is comparing the three assignments: the hyperrealism, the cubism, and the web design, and the motion graphic. And this way you can copy and paste your own language from your existing pages, so you're not recreating the wheel. So that's why it's always good to, that's where they say, managing your time. If you had written the narratives about your progress, you could copy and paste them for your case study. But it's really your voice. I don't judge English. It's really how you come across in your communication and so forth, as far as talking about the case study. So let me just open up one of them for you. Kathleen, what she did, and now Kathleen's a pro, right? She's what you call the typical community college, someone who has a professional career but wants to change it. She wants to change. She's now a stay-at-home mom. She wants to make a living. She worked in the film industry, which was terrible hours. Now she wants to be a graphic designer. So she came to Westchester and took all our classes, and now she's fully employed as an independent contractor. So what Kathleen did is she took each of the assignments and put it in the case study format. Now, I'm not asking you to do that. Kathleen did that. You can take the 3 assignments and cover the topics that I'm going to show you. So this case study is what we call a professional format that all studios and a lot of businesses and industries create. It's kind of like a summary of what was the objective and what was the outcome. So today, in today's world, they used to have a web page called Clients. Now they have a web page called Case Studies. And basically, it doesn't give away their secrets. It just talks about that the client came with a challenge and that their business resolved it. That's the bottom line, no matter what it is. There was a problem, and our services resolved it. So this is what you're talking about. You were given a challenge with your assignments. You did the steps to resolve that, and now you're going to talk about your experience. So let me just show you what the format is. And I had taken this format from a professional case study format. Here is the client, your class. Here is the title, where you would put your 3 assignments. Here's your time, fall, spring 2020. Here is you. Your team is yourself. Now, this is the description. And so you would have 3 descriptions about the projects. What was the hyper? What was the cubism? What was the type and motion one? What was your research? How did you get around that challenge? Like Elise, for your inspiration for the cubism, you took the traditional Seder plate and you used that. What was the Cubist artist that you used that was of inspiration? So everything you do creatively or business-wise is always done by research, always. Then the strategy, you would talk about the three of them, the strategy of each of them. And we're talking about probably 3 to 5 sentences for each assignment under each topic. So if you were in strategy, it would be 3 to 5 sentences for the hyper, 3 to 5 for the cubism, 3 to 5 for the type. And now comes the challenges, same thing. You know, obviously you're going to have your assignment that you like the best, the one the least, the one you thought was most challenging. And this really is just a narrative of your experience. And what this does is it helps you to demonstrate you can communicate ideas and how you went about something. And it also demonstrates how much you know your tools. And then, of course, the result. What was the outcome? So I just wanted to give you this. So when we do the presentation, which is the last week of May, so right now we have, I believe, only, let me look at we have 2 more tutorials. Not today, but 2 more after today. And so definitely take time to, you know, email me your questions and things like that. I apologize, Emmanuel, for missing your JPEG. I was going to go to your WordPress. So
oh no, it's fine.
your
It's my
WordPress
fault.
is really critical. I can't
Yeah.
emphasize that enough. Lots of people today are going to be blogging because a lot of people are on the screen today, and they will be for quite some time, unfortunately. So hopefully when this crisis is over, we'll all get unplugged and go out for a walk and enjoy face-to-face communication. So any questions on this case study? We'll come back to it again, but it is there now on my blog, as you can see, where you can see, you know, I have them for multiple aspects of my classes. You only have to be looking at the ones that say digital imaging, but it is there for you now.
Do we have to sign up for this? No.
No, this is a page. This case study will be a page on your blog, just like all the other pages.
Right.
So it basically, so in other words, I made this a PDF. You can make this be a page in WordPress. You can also make it a PDF too, and also just put it as a, you can upload a PDF to WordPress, and what you do is you link it. Let me show you if you don't know how to do that. This is a little bit of a little further tools if you haven't figured this out yet. So if I'm in media and I have uploaded docs, DOC or PDFs, and I want people to see it, all you have to do is select it, come up here to edit, take copy, and that's the link that you put on the Word. That's how people can download Word documents, download your resume, your PDF, anything where you want them to physically, tangibly get something. And that's how and then you just say done. So you're picking up that URL. So in other words, if I don't know if I copied that. Did I copy that? No. That if I go back to that, so in other words, if I select this, go to edit, come up here to copy, copies a URL, bring up the browser, and there is the PDF. So that's how you can get your file. You can link it within the page, highlight that, or you can, and that's how you get a document that you can download. But you can create just a page, an actual WordPress page. So in other words, you would have a page called case study, and that would be where your presentation will be. And what we'll do is we'll take the, you can read your page and you can scroll. We're going to share your screen so that we can see your case study, and then this will record it, and then this way we'll have it for your final exam. So now if you have any issues technically, then you send me your link, and this way I can see your case study on your blog. So this is important to be able to have all that. So definitely peruse the case. The case study is pretty straightforward though. You're not going to have a challenge with that. It's really just finishing up the work. And that's why we'll work on next week on the motion graphic. So if you can, we have another session at, let's see, what is our time frame? Our next session is going to be 4 o'clock. So I want to move on to any particular tool like Monica had gone through. Was there anything? Alex, are you still with us?
Yeah.
So do you want to share your screen, or did you put anything to WordPress?
Yeah, I put some stuff on WordPress, the Cubism.
Okay, so I'm here, so let's go to that. Let's take a look. Good, good.
I don't know if the progress is there yet.
I'm in progress now.
It's not there.
You want to, yeah, make sure you save things on that.
Question about the storyboard.
Do you have your storyboard, Nikki? All right, let me take a look at Nikki's.
Right now, but I was confused on what I have to put inside of it.
What do you put inside of it?
Yeah, I know it's like it's like what's going to be on it.
Yeah, you want to, like, for instance, if we go back, and Alex, just tell me when you see it up there. If we go back to this, Nikki, let's just imagine a storyboard for this example here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first sketch would be this. You would sketch a rough face. You would write in your words. Then that would be the second frame, just as if like this right here. So this one.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you go down. That would be your second one. That could be your third one. You see? And then obviously, you know, you're gonna go to all of them.
Just a sec. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please?
There is my Siri there. So this would be like the fourth one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is like the fifth one. 6, whatever you have, and you're only doing 15 to 30 seconds max. So the important thing, let me just show you on that. How do you know how long your time frame is? The important thing to remember is this. When you have your motion graphic, open it up, go to the bottom layer, which is just a solid color. And if you hover over this, you'll see the time. See, right now I'm 39 seconds. I don't want it to be that long. I want it to be maybe 20 seconds. So you see how I get the time code?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to bring it down to 20. I know that that is the end of my video. Then I appropriately use the images. Now, if you want your video to be longer, you can make it move it out to be 30 seconds. You don't want it more than 30 seconds. A television commercial broadcast is usually 30 seconds max. So you don't want to go longer than 30 seconds. Although people do 3 minutes when it's informational. But our purpose is, don't worry about that. You want it to just be 30 seconds. The other thing too is, don't forget this week to be looking for music. So on my blog here, when you're logged in, under resources, under digital imaging, you have to be logged into your Gmail. And when you mouse down on this, Elise, did you find anything?
I didn't start it yet.
Right, so now watch, you have all your genres. So if I wanted to do something happy.
I'm still working on my web pages.
Okay, so, but I wanted to show everyone this, that this resource is here. This is all public domain. So, and then you can download it. So again, that's under resources. You have to be plugged into your Gmail or else you wouldn't see it. And then this way you can add the audio track right down here. Add audio. You can actually edit it, cut it, whatever you want to do with it. And so then this way, when you're done with your timeline, let me put this back onto Photoshop. Here we go. Remember to hover over this and pull it down. It's a good idea to sometimes zoom out as much as you can, bring it up so you can see all your layers and have your screen to be this big. When you're done, you can file, export, render to video. Now by default, everything is good. You don't have to worry about anything. But if you were a video editor who uses Photoshop a lot, you have these formats depending on what the client wants the delivery to be. There's YouTube formats, there's HD formats, there's all kinds of formats. All you have to worry about is high quality. So I just did a birthday video for my cousin who is 70 years old, and I did everything in Photoshop. Came out pretty good. Came out really fun. So it becomes a very viable tool, having the ability to render videos and line up your images in the order of that. That's why the storyboard helps you to organize your ideas. So that's the context in that situation. Alex, did you get to have it up?
No, I don't know what's going on. It's my computer is not like brand new, so it's really slow with
It's slow. So
Photoshop.
can I tell you something what happened to me today? I did a collaborate session with my colleagues. Now granted, my husband downstairs is teaching and he's online too, video conferencing with his students. But I haven't had any slack with you guys. The quality has been quite good. And the reason why the quality got good is because I closed all of my windows, all of my video windows. If you have any YouTube videos on or anything that is a video, it slows your processing down on your computer. So I closed all my videos, and I have really good, internet signal now. And I also took everything off my desktop. I just put some new things on it, but you want to be able to be sure to, so